Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are playing the campaign, the first campaign, so I can teach you all of the basics. We already have a couple of episodes, so don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see the full playlist. In particular, in the last episode, we started coal mining. We have a coal mine over here with the conveyor belt directly into the processing plant, and then the actual coal is refined and sent directly into this train station with a new train that is going all the way over there to be sold. So we're starting to make a bit of profit, but to be honest, definitely not enough. Before we dive in, a quick word about the sponsor of the channel, Instant Gaming. Again, the first link you'll find in the video description below will be a link to my sponsor page on Instant Gaming. There you can get tons of discount for many games, in particular Soviet Republic, 55% off right now, but also many others. You can, for example, check on trending over here to really see, what other people are buying, but also feel free to just search for whatever you want. Satisfactory, for example, is of course there too, 41% discount. So that's another great one to bring. And if you do buy any game on the site with my sponsor link, I get a small cut of it, so it does help the channel. So big thanks to Instant Gaming and big thanks to all of you, of course. Now today I have big plans because first of all, we want to continue mining with iron mining and even trying to make steel. But first, I want to start making money. Because as I said, we started basically our first export of resources, the 3,300 of this coal, but that's definitely not enough to really put us into positive. I mean, right now we're in positive just because I sold a couple of trucks. But if you look at the previous month, March, we were way into negative, right? Our import of resources was more than 200,000 and we only sold for 2,000. So we're gonna need to change this. Now, the good thing is that there's actually a pretty easy way to solve this. Because let's look over here at this custom office or another. We can see the cost of some resources, for example, the crops. It is 19 ruble to import 1 ton, right? Then selling 1 ton of food is already almost 10 times this, right? 116. Not really 10 times, let's say 5 times, right? Because this is almost 20 and let's say this is 100. So 5 times. 5 times is still a lot for us, to make some money, right? Now we do have to check how many tons of food do you need to make, how many tons of crop do you need to make food. It's basically 1 to 2, right? 42 is going to make 20. So it is not time 5, it's more like time 2.5, right? And of course, there is also a bit the cost of those buildings, of trucks, etc. So it's not going to be as profitable as 250%, but still going to definitely be profitable. So basically, the only thing we need to do is to start actually selling a lot of these resources, even if we have to buy the crops. Right now we're buying just a bit of crops. We could buy even more and make a lot more of these resources, like the alcohol, the food and the clothes, sell all of this and make a profit. We do need to make sure that we have enough in our buildings, shopping center and pub, of course, otherwise our people are not going to be happy, but we can definitely do this. And of course, also if we want to really have the full production, we need to have enough workers. But the good thing is, if you look over here at my... Oh no, we don't have enough workers there. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I thought we had some workers, but not. What we're gonna do then is just import some more workers, because we do have some space. So this is going to cost us some money, but just one time, right? So let's do this. Again, this is a lot of money. I'm gonna show you in a second on the account, but that is going to enable us to have a lot more workers. And then probably we're gonna want at least one more of these buses. Right, copy over here the schedule and just start it, and we can check if that's gonna be enough or not. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of people coming into my bus station and hopefully make all of these full. One other thing we can do also to have enough workers is we can make sure that there's no workers working in those fields. And similarly, if we look at headquarters, we have right now a staff of 70. We could say, let's have a bit less, right? Because this is a lot of staff. Similarly for our university over here, 75 staff. Like we could say, put a bit less so that they have to work somewhere else, basically. But yeah, basically, that's the idea. Now, how we're going to make it happen in terms of selling keeping this full, but also selling here. Well, the way we're gonna do it is I'm gonna buy trucks that are actually slightly bigger. So here it is. These are the biggest I have right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is the one. I mean, you can also see it's the most expensive, right? This one is a bit smaller, a bit faster, but it's fine. Let's go with the big one. I'm gonna buy how many? Too late. I bought 4. I bought 4. So let's go. We're gonna start with this one, and we're gonna say first you start over here. You're gonna take only food. This is or let's do alcohol. You're gonna take only alcohol. This is your focus, and then you're going to first deliver to the pub and try to deliver everything that you can. All right. Then you're gonna go here and unload whatever is left. All right, so it's going to send a bit over here and then sell everything else. So that should always be full, as long as there's still some over there we're producing. And this is not the most efficient in terms, of course, of consumption of vehicles and things like this, because they may transport half empty and those type of things. But the problem is, if you look over here in this warehouse, this small warehouse, there's only one lane. So if I click on wait until load, that's gonna create like potentially big traffic jam that could be terrible for the economy. So we're not gonna do this. But so this one is for the pub. Perfect. And then we're gonna do the same for electronics and clothes. What I do want to do is make sure that we stop the other one. So it is, oh, that was already a big truck, my bad. No, it doesn't look like a big truck actually, sorry. So this one we can sell. It basically has nothing anyway, so it's fine. Let's sell it. Done. So now we only have this vehicle we just started. Perfect. And then we're gonna do the same over here. We probably already have a couple. Oh no, we only had one on this one. Okay, because we were saying to do both those things, but it's fine. I'm gonna make it a bit simpler and put just one on each. So let's do the same and just... No, there is multiple, sorry. Multiple vehicle on the line. But yeah, we're gonna sell them all and replace them with the new ones. Just checking over here. Yeah, another thing I'm going to change is the reality is we don't need that much electronics. The consumption of electronics is pretty low, and similarly, consumption of clothes is actually pretty low. So we're going to do something a bit more like this, versus food is actually a high consumption. So that should be a bit better. And then let's do the other ones. So you're going to do the same, but you take only food, and you go there, and then you go here. So we can especially do this because the custom office or custom house is pretty close, right? If it was far, that wouldn't work. We would need to do something slightly different, maybe with distribution offices and those type of things, or even just a train potentially. Okay, so those first two should start, and then we can also start the third one, which would be for close, right? Let's go. Sorry, I forgot to click on close over here. Okay, so then you unload everything, and then you sell everything else. Good, perfect. Now there is one more thing we could be doing. I'll show you in a second. Starting this one. Okay. Let's check over here. Yeah, we have a lot of workers. We may want to have more buses because it doesn't seem like this is enough, right? You can see, but maybe I'll give it a second. We just started it, right? Now, what did I want to show you here? We are currently buying crops, right? We're also making some crops over here, but we're not making enough. It's taking long, so we're buying some, right? We're buying some at 21.44 rubles per ton. If you let me actually, oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Let me pin this one, and then we can't. Okay, that's fine. So let's keep this one there. 21.44, right? If we look over here, you can see this is only 19.39. It's not a huge difference, but it's still a difference. I mean, we're talking about almost 10%, right? So that is significant. What is this for? Well, basically, it is because you are paying somebody to buy it there and deliver it to your warehouse, right? So that's the cost that you can even see it over here, cost per ton, right? This is delivered over here. So one way we can avoid to have that cost is to have one of our trucks actually do this, right? We can have a truck buy it over here and then deliver it there. Now the problem is, I will probably need, one of these trucks is 10 tons, right? 10 tons is not going to be a lot. So the reality is you probably don't want to do this with trucks, but if you start having a train can definitely buy, 1,000 crop and deliver it, and then, you have some crop for a while. But yeah, for trucks, probably not the best idea. So let's accelerate a bit and see if this is working, and also see if we're gonna start making money. Now, as I said, we lost definitely quite a bit of money because it cost us 140,000 to get all of these immigrants to join. It also cost, 31,000 to buy those trucks. But hopefully you're gonna see the exports going up pretty soon. We have the first truck over here, already quite a bit of alcohol. It's 1,400, right? That's pretty good. Then another one over here, 700, right? Third one, the clothes, 8,000, right? So this is, as I was saying a bit earlier, we may be starting to sell more than what we are making per minute. So at some point they may start walking, let's say walking, not walking, driving empty. But the reality is they don't really cost that much to run right now. And we can even calculate, because we know that this is 20 tons per workday. We know that, we have this consumption over here and everything else can be sold, right? We are very low on food, actually. So we may want to have a second train on food right now. Let me see if we can fix that quickly. Wait, did I put... Oh, this is because I put it on the wrong one. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we're going to add this stop here. And we're going to delete this one there. Okay. Yeah, did I do the same mistake for the other one? We're gonna check in a second. Oh, he's going to sell now. Bad. What is this one? Yeah, close. Now this one at least is going to the right place. So it's fine. It should, next time this truck comes, it's gonna deliver quite a bit of food, and that should put us in a good position. Okay, so yeah, hopefully, you can see, for example, now our exports are already higher than our imports. And we're still buying a lot of crops. We still have a lot, of reserves over here. So I have also put the warning on notify me if empty, but for now we're good. I just want to check, what is this small truck? Oh, this is on the farm. This one I should definitely actually put wait until loaded. There's no reason for you to do, these things like this if you're not loaded. So just wait there until there is some actual food, like here. By the way, you can see again quite a few people that were working in this farm just now. So that may also prevent these ones from having full workers. There is also a lot, not that much worker actually, sorry. So yeah, I think there was a lot of workers on these fields. We can do this to make sure they never go there, if we want to avoid them working on the field, because we have tractors for that. Yeah, the tractors should be doing this work, not a lot of manual peasants. But yeah, more importantly, let's start. We need to do iron. Now, our Minister of Industry is back. Mining iron is key to produce steel, right? We need steel, of course, for all of our buildings, but also for other things you'll see in the future. So we must choose a location. The good thing is, you may remember in the previous episode, we have unlocked geological mapping. So we saw our coal and we built a coal mine over here. Now we have the iron, right? So there is two that are actually not that far. There is one here, which actually, is very close to this custom office. So it would be pretty easy to even send people from here on the bus with a small bridge, walk here and then sell it there. There is another a bit further, it's a bit closer to our second. I don't know if, yeah, I guess we could probably send some people there or make another small city. The reason I'm gonna choose this one is because I know that after doing the iron, it's gonna ask us to do steel. And to do steel, we're gonna need iron and coal. Now, if I have the coal, if I have the iron on this side, now I'm gonna have to sand the iron there. It's gonna be a bit hard. I mean, it's not that far to be honest, but I think we're just gonna send the iron there, you know, transform my iron and coal into steel, and then we already have the railway to be able to sell the steel. Alright, so that's the idea. I think we're gonna try to just send a bus rather than make another city. We may have to expand a bit the city, but that's fine. So let's go. And of course, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions or thoughts. But yeah, and I'm glad to see, you know, you can see in April we sold for 40,000 of export. That only cost us 20,000, and we're already way in positive for this month. So I'm hoping, yeah, we're in a good space. Again, we have to make sure it doesn't get to zero, but so far it's getting fine. And how is food? Yeah, food is back to normal. So all good there. So let's go. We need, you know, to see here. The iron is gonna be somewhere over here. We can check it. You can see this is 5%. Wait, let me. Ah, here it is. It's actually on the top. So 30, 40, where 40, 50, 60, 69. We can do the exact same as the other one. 69. Okay. Let's press F1 to lock on the grid. Okay. So it's definitely a bit further, right? But I think what we can do. Oh, and actually, let me go directly. That doesn't seem like aligned to the grid at all. What happened? What happened? Let me delete it and rebuild. Okay. So why is it not looking nicely to the grid? Okay. That's fine. So we have one output. I think we're gonna put it indeed this side. I don't know why it's not looking. Is it just me? It doesn't seem to be looking nice. Oops. Okay. So then they should give us the next mission. As soon as it's built, 15%. We definitely have more than that. Obviously, this is costing us some resource, including the steel. So this is also going to put us a bit into negative, into the profit for this month. But at least not as bad as if we were not importing anything. Well, this is not flat at all also. Then similar to the coal, we need to process it, right? So let's process it right away. We have the input there, the road is on the other side though. So let's press T to mirror it. And then rotate again. Okay, and that seems pretty good. Okay, we need to flatten it a bit. That's costing money too. Okay, and done. Okay, so now I can start with the road. Again, this is not flat. You can see the elevation. It's fine. Okay, build it there. Build it there. Okay, now let's see. We have our coal mine over here. The rail is there, right? So should I go? I guess we're gonna go straight. Yeah, we need to produce 80. That makes sense. So let's go. We need the road straight as possible. Okay, continue. Ah, we have reached the water. Let's turn now. If you don't know, in this game you can definitely get, you know, you can get boats, you can get planes, helicopters. There is everything. We're not there yet, but if you stick with me, we'll get there, I promise. Okay, we're almost there. Don't hesitate also to tell me in the comments below if you prefer when I show like this live, or if you prefer some of these time lapse I've been doing, in particular in the previous episode. So now I'm gonna flatten this though, because look at this. This is not so great. Or to say differently, I think we're gonna do a bridge actually. So you go into the road here, you can see bridges. I'm gonna take this and then press E to get the bridge up. Doesn't have to be so high. But let's go down now that we're up. Okay, and then we're gonna want to turn. Okay, could have turned first, but that's life. That is life. Now we can do a round like this, or we can do oops, that is not at all what I wanted to do. Sorry about that. Or we can do an actual, sorry, I need to take it back. Or maybe for the bridges, no, bridges you can't do crossings. Forgot. I think you could. Okay, well, it is live. Let's close this one down. Okay, you can press your middle mouse button if you want to, you know, get turn slightly different. So let's get it over here, but with a bit more turn. Okay. Sorry, I want it to be perfect. That is not exactly perfect, but good enough. And then you press Q to get back to the floor. Right? So that's what we're doing over here. Okay. And then we go back to our normal road. All the way here. Okay. So we're definitely going to need... so delete this for now. Okay. We're gonna need a bus station to bring the workers. So let's go. We don't need a big one. Let's just take a small one like this. And we're going to do like this. Okay, let's actually align it to that road. And then we're gonna have the exit on this side and make it not the perfect, but good enough. And then we have here crossing. Right. Oh, there is big elevation there. My bad. Let's connect it here for sure. And then, oh, I'm gonna have to be slightly like that. Okay, so and then we need the bus. So let's buy a bus. There's no bus there, so let's just buy one here. Okay. I don't know if one is gonna be enough. Let's buy two. Let's buy two. Start with one, and then we have another one if needed. We start over here. We're probably gonna need, I think we're gonna need two because it's so far. It takes them a long time to arrive. Okay, so let's actually first copy the schedule, and then we can start both of them at the same time. So let's copy the schedule onto the other one and then start it. And start this one too. Okay, how are we doing over here? Oh, there's a couple people waiting. So let's actually buy another one. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. My bad. Okay, copy the schedule to the big one and start. And check also how we're doing on workers here. This is not full, but it's definitely a lot fuller than before. So I love it. I love it. And how are we doing on our exports? Yeah, 70,000 already for the month. And you can see this is still pretty full, except close. Which one was close? It was this one. It is working close to the maximum. We have fabrics, that's not the problem. But one element to note is that over here we're making actually 5 tons of fabric. Here we're only using 2.4. So I could actually have a second one of those clothes in factory if needed. Anyway, all good. So we have sent some people. So hopefully this should start soon. All right. So we can prepare the next stage. The next stage being that we're going to need to transport this iron over here. So you can see that, yeah, it's not going to be the easiest to get the train here. I wonder if we should try to put it on the other side of that road. Because here there's quite a bit of elevation. So maybe we should have put it on the other side. Because we can always put, you know, one of those conveyor to go across the road. There is also a mountain on the other side, so not that great either. Okay, let's put it for now on this side. We're gonna flatten this terrain. So to flatten this terrain, we have over here the terrain tools, right? And we're gonna say to lower this whole part there. It costs money, of course. That is life. So let me bring the whole railway to the other side, right? Where we have iron. I'm gonna rename that iron, by the way. So we can bring the iron over here and then use it for steel in the future. It is good work, comrades. With our successful iron ore production, we are well prepared to supply our future steel mills. So we're going to indeed move directly into the steel, but of course I'm going to show you exactly what I did in a second. So steel production, right, it's not only valuable for trade, but also essential in the production of various goods and construction. We know every time we're building something, we're using some steel, and right now we're buying this steel every time. So we're going to want to do this, right? For the steel, we need a steel mill. At the mill, coal and iron are combined into complex processes to get the final product steel. Right, so it is going to be the next thing we build. But first, as I promised, let me show you a bit what I did. So I slightly expanded the city. You can see there is some new blocks of buildings over here at the bottom and also at the top. A couple more statues, road, etc. So that way, you know, we have a few more unemployment, a few more people there. Few more people because, you know, obviously we need to send some people not just to the coal now, but also to the iron over there. Now there is a bit of a challenge that the iron is so far that this bus, which is the bus we are using most of the time, 80 workers. Actually, sorry, let me show you quickly in the bus or in the depot over here. All right, if I filter for only the buses. So most of the time, we've been using this one over here. No, not this one, sorry. Oh, we have a new one, by the way. Okay, this is a new one. So we've been using mostly this one, 80 passengers, all right? But it has a maximum speed of 65 kilometers per hour, right? The reality is with this bus, it was not getting us quickly enough to the iron. Because, you know, in a day, people, you know, they spend a couple of hours, and then of course they need to go sleep, they need to go buy food, etc. So the reality is, you know, none of the people, they were getting on the bus, but none of them were arriving to the factory. So then what you can do when that's the case, you know, is you can filter by speed, and then you will see that, you know, there is some of them that are 90 kilometers per hour, but 7 passengers, 8 passengers. That doesn't work. Next one was this one, 85 kilometers per hour, so 20 kilometers per hour more than the big one there, right? And it is 40 passengers, so that's not bad. Now again, I just saw that we unlocked this new one here, which is actually 82 and 75, so we may want to move to this one in the future. It actually costs even less than this one. But yeah, so I had to build a couple of those buses to send my people, you know, to the iron factory. So that's what's happening over here. If we look for the iron factory here, right, we have 3 of these buses that are going. We take 80 passengers, and if we follow them, you'll see that they will get us, you know, to our destination. So let's delete this one. We have built also next to it a railway, right? That's the railway that's going to bring the iron next to our coal. But yeah, we have, you know, this, and you will see that they should be able, you know, to stay. This is also what you can see over here. Traveling in this vehicle, it's been already traveling for 2 hours, and also the train now. So it's been traveling for 2 hours already, and its total time, including, you know, the time he was waiting, or she was waiting at the bus stop, is already 3 hours and 50 minutes. I think they wait maximum 5 hours. So after 5 hours, they will go home basically. But now you see that it has arrived at our new small bus stop, so they're gonna go into, you know, the factory and start working a bit. And now there's another bus that's coming, so great. I think, you know, having only 3 of these buses is definitely not enough to keep this full of employees the whole time, but it's definitely enough to get us working, right? Like this is full, so it's making iron ore, or this one is making iron ore. Then we have over here, you know, the belt going into this one to make the iron, and then the iron is going to go into this small train aggregate loading station. So if we go back into my trains, right, cargoes, you may remember in the last episode we used this one, the train aggregate loading. So this one can load 2 trains. It is 73,000 rupees, not rupees, sorry, ruble, my bad. We have then over here one, this is the one I built. It is basically half the price, but it only has one, you know, no, it actually has 2. Oh, but it only has one loading point, I think, like in terms of resources. So anyway, I built the smallest one because, you know, we are getting a bit low on money. And then I built the train, right? And the train, so it's starting over here and delivering all the way. The train's not here right now. No, it's not. But anyway, the train, you know, is going all the way. Here is the train. So going all the way back here. And then here, instead of a loading station, we're gonna need an unloading station. Because again, if you look there, you'll see this is a loading one. This is an unloading. Loading, loading, unloading, 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 loading. Right? So that's what we have over here. It is an unloading station. Then we have our coal there, right? I deleted the coal loading station because now the point is we're gonna want a mill. So let's go. Let's see if we can get a mill. Oh, that is big. Okay, so yeah. I should have left more space. Actually, by the way, you may remember this used to be a bit of a mountain. I used again the terrain tool over here, lower and flatten, to get this flat. It cost me a bit of money, but we are actually making pretty good money. I mean, as you can see in the last months, we had 30,000 of imports, 61,000 of exports. We did spend some money on vehicles, but otherwise everything was fine. And similarly for this month, so far we're in positive, so it's good. Now, we do need some space over here. So we're going to, I think for now, do this. Just delete that one to make some space and we can fix that later. Now, we need a road. Where is the road? Here. I don't want this thing to explode. So road here, and then we're gonna see there is input mostly on that side. Okay, that's fine. So maybe let's put it slightly further ahead. And the cool thing is you can see there is also directly some, we can deliver directly, I think, the railway. There is some railway connections. So hopefully we can deliver the iron directly there. That would be cool. So let's build it. Here's the iron. It's full of iron because there's basically, you know, you can stop there, but then there's nowhere to go. So it's basically not doing anything. Again, a lot of money, a lot of steel, concrete, and other resources. So that's putting me, I'm sure, into negative for this month again. Yep, that's a big building for sure. But I do love how they are building, you know, taking the time to build. Okay, we are in full speed. I feel like sometimes I would love an even faster speed than the one we have. And you know, I'm good at complaining, not at coming up with solutions. 88, 89, 90. Okay. Don't tell me in the comments below, you know, what else you want to do in this series. Should we continue further or not after we finish the main missions? Our next objective is to transport both iron and coal to the steel mill. And assure that there is a workforce in place, of course, right? So it is, we're gonna want this to be functional. Now we're gonna need a road. Let's start there. We may want to transport our people also. So let's go. Okay. Why is this not... sorry. Let's do... first like that. And then connect it. Good. Okay. So we have some inputs, right? We can see over here. If I go there. These are all inputs for either the coal or the iron. We can also transport them by vehicles. Like in particular, if you think about this one here, that could be a vehicle, right? And then I'm thinking we can also probably just go there with, let's actually delete this one. It's not working because the train, no, there it is. So let's see if that's gonna work or not. Done. So then, oh, I hope I didn't delete my train now though. No, it's here. Ooh, I got scared for a second. Okay. So hopefully, yeah, I think it can unload there. So it's gonna unload, you know, all of our iron. And done. Okay, there is 200, so that's good. A lot of workers. Let's see if they can come there. We may want to add one more. And then for the coal, you know, I'm thinking we're just going to deliver it with one of these. So let's go. Now we're going to build it somewhere over here. Actually, maybe let's put it yeah, there, just before that. And then we have this here. Oh, why is this not working? Building on the way, is that the road? I guess so. So let's put another one. Okay, here it is. Now you can see it's connecting pretty perfectly. Okay. And then I guess we could use either, you know, the road here or the train to get the steel somewhere else. But first, let's connect this. So here it is, the coal is coming. We see it, perfect. Now we need the iron to come. Give me a second. And we have people also. I guess we can reduce a bit over here and over there. Okay, to make sure we have some there. Yeah, some are starting to work over here. Perfect. Let's see. And I mean, let's put also a bit less. Okay, there it is. We're starting to make some steel as soon as we get some iron. So where's my train? Again, if you never know where your train is, click here on related vehicle and you can find it. It may take a couple of clicks, but yeah, it's almost there. It's almost there. We're ready to get into the station and make a functional steel mill. Turn around. That was a pretty fast turn. I see the coal is there. And we are... Yeah, I see a steel... No, that's the coal processing plant. The steel factory is over there in the background. We're gonna have a pretty sharp turn there again. And whoop, oof. Oh, that's perfect. I love this. Okay. So here it is. Our coal, I don't know why it's called coal steel, but let's say steel mill is functional. Congratulations, comrade. With the successful, we have now taken a significant step towards industrial progress. We should produce 60, and the reality is we are gonna be able to produce 60 no problem in a, you know, just gonna take, I mean, basically it's 43 max per day, so I guess it's gonna take like, you know, 1 day and a half. We won't have a problem with this being full because we have 150 in terms of storage, but I guess, you know, I can also start selling it pretty soon. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You know, we can start the next episode when I get to 60 and take forward. We have one more main mission. So I'm keen to hear again in the comments below if you want us to continue this, to start building more things, or should we play the next scenarios. Thank you for watching, smash like button, and remember that if you want to pick up this game, you should go into the video description below, click on the first link. It's gonna get you to my sponsored page on Instant Gaming where you can get amazing deals.